My sister met somebody who just got a little Frenchie pup and named him Gaston, which I thought was so
Oh,
cute.
Gaston.
Gaston. I would be singing all the time. I'd be like, no one eats like Gaston. No one poops like Gaston. Hello and welcome to Let's Boop Snoots. I don't know why I said that.
My name is Vero.
And my name is Heidi.
We're gonna boop.
Might as well roll with it. Welcome, y'all. Y'all, we got some stories for you this week. We usually start with stories that take us sort of into our topics, don't we?
We do.
I know you've got a couple of good ones. I've got a little bit of a sad one.
Yeah.
Should we start with the sad one so that we can not be sad at the end of the episode?
Yes.
All right, everybody. This is what went down this past week with my Becky, my precious Becky.
Oh, Becky Boo.
So Becky is my rescue dog that is, I'm guessing, 11 or 12 years old. They didn't know when we rescued her exactly how old she was. And she's a Brittany Spaniel mixed with ? It said on her profile. But she looks like a hound. She's the exact same size as my Weimaraner, and she's got the houndy ears and the sad looking hound face. And even though she's living the life of luxury in my household, she's got a sad, depressed face as if nobody cares or loves her ever. That's my story about Becky, and she does not photograph well. I've been made fun of for not having her have her own Instagram account, but she just does not like the camera. That's just how it is. There are maybe 3 or 4 really beautiful photos that I have of Becky. But that's all. But anyways,
she just looks like she's sad.
She'll literally have the cutest face on, and then I pull out my camera, and then she looks as if you've just beat her with a stick. She's with perked up ears and looking so cute. And then you take out you're like, oh, picture, and you take out your camera, and then she's like, and looks like pathetic Dobby from Harry Potter, the beaten
Aww.
elf. I used to call her Dobby for the longest time, Dobby. But
Dobby. It's not Dobby.
Dobby. It's Dobby.
Dobby.
And that's Becky for you. So Becky, I think, is a bit older, and she's definitely starting to show her age. So what happened was, a few episodes ago, we were talking about, I constantly talk about my Weimaraner's gut health because it's not the greatest. And Vero, I think, had found on the Karen Becker's site that green bananas, super ripe or unripe bananas, are good for dogs' gut health. So I was like, I'm going to give this a try. So I started buying green bananas and giving them half a banana every second day or so to see how it goes. And they are loving it, by the way.
Ooh.
So it was green banana treat night. And so I went to the kitchen. I got the banana already, and I make them do tricks and work for it. So Gibbon, of course, my Weimaraner, came running in 2 hot seconds. And Becky was nowhere to be found. So I called for her, and she still didn't come. So I went to the bottom of the stairs because I thought maybe she was in one of my kids' rooms with the door closed. So I'm calling her. And one of my kids said, Becky can't walk. And I was like, what do you mean she can't walk? And so I went to go and look, and she was coming down the hallway and around the corner and walking really weird. I don't know how to describe it. It wasn't limping, and it wasn't lopsided. It was shaky kind of, and just she didn't have any, it looked like she didn't have any balance.
She was unsure.
Yeah.
When she was taking a step.
Yeah, it was really, really weird looking. So she stood, she sat at the top of the stairs, and I was like, come on, Becky. And I'm trying to coax her downstairs with the banana in my hand. And she would not. And I think it's because she didn't trust herself, and maybe she was feeling a little off balance or whatever. But so she we tried to get her downstairs. She wouldn't come. So my husband went and picked her up and brought her downstairs. And then she just laid on her bed, and same thing. She wouldn't stand. She wouldn't get up. She wouldn't anything. And I like held a piece of banana to her face to see if she would eat it. So she sniffed at it a little bit and turned her nose. So I was like, uh-oh. But then she ate it. So I was like, okay, well, that's good. She's still eating. And then my son told me that when he was feeding her dinner, because we weren't there that night, that it was the same sort of thing. Like he called her for dinner and it took her forever to stand up and get up off of her bed. And then when she came in to, we make them sit like about 3 feet away from like their dog bowls until we say okay, and then they go and eat their food. So when she went to sit, she sat facing the opposite direction.
Hmm.
And so that's kind of weird. And then she
Yeah.
corrected herself. And then when my son said okay, Gibbon, of course, went to eat his food at lightning speed, and Becky didn't. And sometimes dogs don't eat, so that's why my son didn't really think anything of it. And then when Gibbon went to go and smell Becky's food, then she went and she ate. So she ate her dinner. So she was still eating. So I was like, okay, well, those are all good things. But so she was laying there. So after I fed her the piece of banana, I decided to do the vet test, like the full body pat down, the security check. So, felt around her face, in her ears, like pulled on them gently, went down like her arm, like touched her joints and moved like every one of her joints. I palpated her abdomen. I even like felt like into the groins. Like I didn't want to touch her in her naughty bits, but like went into the groins all around and felt around the tail and stuff like that, and nothing. Like she wasn't sore or no yelps or uncomfort
Yeah.
or jerky movements or anything. So I was just like, huh. And then I noticed that she had a bit of swelling over one of her eyes. So that's when I was kind of sitting there and I was thinking, I wonder if she just had like a mini stroke.
Yeah.
So I took to the interwebs, as we do, to see like how to tell like if your dog has had or is having a stroke. And I called my dad, who, if you guys have heard like any of our episodes that talk about my dad and my dogs, he takes them for a walk every day. And when I called him, he said she was completely fine when he took her for a walk. So it must have happened like after he left for the afternoon. But anyways, and I don't know for sure that it was a stroke or not. And since then, like she was tired, but she was still eating. She would get up to eat. She would still go outside to pee. There was like no accidents anywhere. And so I was like, I'm gonna wait this out for a day or two. And she literally she just got better and better and is like completely back to normal, like nothing ever happened. So I don't know whether it's like a one-off. I don't know if something weird happened because he did take them to the dog park. So maybe she ran off. Maybe she ate something weird. Maybe she got into a little something something with another dog
Yeah.
that just made her sore, or who the hell knows? Maybe it was like too much excitement. But anyways, so when I took to the interwebs, I found one place. So a stroke, for all of you who don't know, is when you get like a blood clot or whatever that goes shooting up like towards the brain. And so it affects your brain. So like even, and I said this to both my boys as well. Once I read up about what dogs look like or what the symptoms are of a dog having a stroke, it's kind of very similar to people as well. So for all of y'all out there, if you ever see a person looking like half of their face is super droopy, ask them to raise their arms. If they can raise one and the other one doesn't happen, call 911 like immediately. You're probably having a stroke. And it's kind of similar for dogs. So for dogs, like the signs and symptoms of stroke are like loss of balance. It
Mm-hmm.
says head tilt. So if like they literally, so that again, it's almost like a lopsided. You're not going to see their face droop as much, especially like on a hound dog where their face looks droopy already. But like if they have a head tilt, or if they're leaning against something because like on to one side and can't seem to like, you know, hold their balance. It also says if they're pacing or circling like the same way, like walking in circles, or like move, like when they're moving, walking to like one side, like they're sort of like off course. Again, it's like that one-sided thing. It says abnormal eye movements or facial expressions. So you might be able to tell that on, depending on what your dog's face, like depending on the breed of dog, it might be a little bit more easier to tell, like looking at their face. And it says impaired vision, but that's kind of hard to pick up on. Like, you might notice it, but it depends like on you and your dog's activities, like whether that's something you would notice. And then loss of control over bladder and bowels, vomiting, collapse, loss of consciousness, and acute weakness or paralysis in one or more limbs. So those are all like pretty obvious ones. And so again, looking back on what she kind of looked like, there was weakness there. I didn't notice, and sorry to just go back for a quick second, um, is that one of the websites that I found said that they can have swelling over like one of their eyes. So that like, and I hadn't noticed that on Becky, like, or I did notice it on her before reading this. So I remember looking at it being like, oh, one eye kind of looks like, a bit more swollen than the other one. And that was one of the things. So I'm pretty convinced that she had a mini stroke. Um, but I didn't take her to the vet because it wasn't affecting anything majorly yet, and I wasn't 100%. I'm still not 100% sure that she had a stroke. And then I was like, okay, how are they going to treat it? And she's like 12 years old too. So she's like, near the end of her
Yeah.
lifespan anyways. I know they're going to start off by taking blood work. And if they take blood work being like, oh yeah, she had a stroke, well, then so what? So like, what's the next steps then? They might put her on medication. So the next thing I looked up was like, can you give baby aspirin to dogs? Because it thins the blood. So it would help her if she's continuing. Because also, again, with people, I'm not sure if it's the same for dogs, but I would imagine that it would be. Is if you have a stroke, you're at high risk for having like a recurring stroke, like immediately afterwards. So I don't know whether that's true for dogs or not. I don't want to be spreading false information here, but I thought, well, maybe if I give her a baby aspirin, it will prevent like another stroke from happening. It will thin the blood a little bit. And so when you look it up, baby aspirin is safe to give your dog. So it says there's two sizes of aspirin available for use in dogs. There's an adult aspirin, which is 325 milligrams, and low dose aspirin, which is 81 milligrams. So that 81 milligram one is called baby aspirin. And it says it's recommended to give it, uh, what is it? It says a baby aspirin 10 pounds body weight given every 12 hours. So one adult aspirin per 40 pounds body weight given every 12 hours. So I don't know what the math is on that, but like obviously
That
you
seems
can't.
like a lot, no?
It does seem like a lot,
Because
but
usually, um, like people will take a one a day.
I know exactly. I
Maybe
think
not to prevent strokes, though, but
no, but it is in adults though. Like some GPs will start having people,
yeah.
especially if they're at risk, if you're like a smoker and like diabetic and
Mm-hmm.
overweight and like all these kind of things, they will recommend taking a baby aspirin every day. And especially if you've had a previous stroke, I think they prescribe that you take a baby aspirin
Yeah.
every day just to keep
Yeah.
that blood a little bit more thin. So it does seem like a lot. And again, it depends on your dog's body weight. So if you have like a super tiny dog, I would maybe visit the vet to ask about what's safe or not. But what worries me about that is that they're always going to sell you some like vet super expensive like version of the medication.
Mm-hmm.
I know I'm like so stingy when it comes to the vet. I'm always like talking myself out of the vet. I'm always talking on here, talking people out of the vet. But to me, it is like a one thing that we mentioned probably like episodes and episodes ago is that Canadian vets and American vets are different. So they're not regulated here in Canada. So what has happened is a lot of US conglomerates have bought like most of the vets here and then charge us like through the nose. So there's actually like a vet that's an hour away from us on the US side that is a fraction of the price of like our regular vet
Mm-hmm.
here. Like to give you an idea, when we went to get Gibbon fixed, his testicles weren't descending, so we had to do a spay technically rather than a neuter. And our vet wanted to charge us $1,500, and the vet on the American side charged us 150 American dollars.
Oh my God.
So um, That's why I'm trying to avoid the vet all the time, people. It's hundreds of dollars the second you walk in the door.
Yeah. As
You're
soon as
paying
you walk in.
at least $100. At the
Yeah.
very least, you are paying $100.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I think their assessment fee is like $88 or something like that. So then, of course, they start recommending like food and blood work and this and that and the other thing and medication. And then it's hundreds of dollars by the time you leave, if not thousands. So
Yeah.
I haven't given Becky a baby aspirin because she's bounced back so quick, but I thought I would use my story this week as signs and symptoms to look for when your dog has had or is currently having a stroke. So, head tilt, walking weird to like towards one side, leaning up against something, loss of bladder and bowels, and sometimes and I'm not sure what website, I'll have to go back and find it, but I found where it said swelling over one eye or abnormal vision or vision
Yeah.
loss, all these type of things.
Interesting. Like the swelling.
Yeah, I find that strange too. Maybe it's just like because their vascularity is so different, like in their faces than ours, right? Like,
Maybe.
I don't know.
Maybe it's like the droop.
Maybe
When it droops, it looks like it's swollen.
swollen.
It's swelling on the one side.
Yes, yes.
I think Wiggum, my previous dog, had a stroke
Mm-hmm.
one day. We were at my parents', and they have a room in the back, and to get to that room, there's 2 steps. And Wiggum was coming down the steps, and he kind of slid like on all fours, like he was still standing.
Mm-hmm.
Like he went down, and then it was like a slide, and then he was like shaky, and
Mm,
he looked lost, like he didn't know where he was.
yeah.
And I was like, Wiggum? And it was just like non-responsive for like a few seconds.
Mm-hmm.
And then he looked at me, and he seemed like not too bad, like after maybe 30, 45 seconds.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, we're like, oh,
You just wish they could talk to you at times like these,
yeah.
right?
Because it's like, what is
Like,
going on there?
just tell me what's wrong. Like, does your tummy hurt? Are you not hungry? What did you
Maybe he
eat?
slid and he was like surprised. Or did you
Exactly.
slide because all of a sudden you didn't have control?
Or maybe it like pulled something and he was just standing there because it just really hurt and he was just fighting through the
Mm-hmm.
pain for a second.
Yeah.
Like, just tell us. Just tell us.
Tell me.
Tell me what's wrong, doggo.
Oh, I wish they could talk.
I know.
Wiggum.
Then we would have dogs on our show, like every dog that we know.
Absolutely.
What's up,
Absolutely.
Becky? What's up, Becky?
You know, I just had a little stroke.
Terrible.
I'm okay. I'm
Terrible.
okay now, though.
Don't worry, girls. It was just a tiny stroke.
All
good
a little
in the
bit of a
head.
stroke.
Oh, poor Bex.
Yeah.
Part of dog ownership, eh? Like, I was really sad at first because she just, like I said, she already has a pretty sad and pathetic looking face. But then, like, when my husband carried her down and she just flopped down on the bed and she was just like looking up at me, and I was like, oh, Becky.
Oh, Becky.
Oh, Becky.
Yeah.
And I was
Like sad Becky is extra sad looking.
It's extra sad looking. And so I just told her, I'm like, girl, we're the only girls in this place. You got to stay with me, girl. We got to stick together, girl.
That's so true.
Yes. So, but she's bounced back. She seems fine. So,
Good.
yeah.
Way to go, Becky.
Yes, Becky.
Well, my little story is not sad. I wasn't sure if I was like, I could not stop laughing when this happened. But then I was also like very disappointed.
Yeah.
But it was just like, it was a whole situation. So the night before the big event, my boyfriend and I, we had previously bought a area rug from Ruggable, because you can wash them super easily.
Yeah.
And with all the muddy paws lately, we decided to wash our rug because we had visitors coming over the weekend. So on Wednesday, is it Wednesday? Yeah, Wednesday, we washed the rug. Thursday, put it back down. And then Thursday evening, Ralph decided to take a little dump right on the area rug.
Well, you made the smart choice with going with ruggable.
Yes. And it was just like, we had just let him out as well. But I did some training with him and I gave him some treats. And again, in the back of my mind, I was like, I should let him out. He didn't poo after dinner. And then I was like finishing some stuff up in the kitchen. And then I looked over and Mr. Ralph was just, taking a little poop on the carpet.
Oh, did you catch him in the act?
I caught him in the act.
Wow.
Yeah. And then he pooped again outside later that night. And
Maybe
then the next, like, he was like a poop machine for 3 days.
So I wonder if it's just like, some sort of pooping
like-
frenzy that he was in. Maybe he was like a little constipate, and this is just some
Maybe.
little backed up poop action going on. Poor guy. It's so
we
hard not to
washed
get
the area rug one more time. It was extra clean though. Like it looked even better.
Thanks, Ralph.
Thanks, Ralph.
It's so hard not to get mad at them, eh? Especially when you're catching them like in the act, because you're just like, what are you doing?
What the hell?
Like,
you
you're just
know
like,
not to do this.
Yeah. Like, it's just crazy. But like,
And then the other thing I thought that might have like thrown him off is that we created this little area outside for him to go out without us having to go out with him.
Oh, yes.
Yeah. So this was like the first day of this. And I think he was like,
so it's that you didn't have a fenced in backyard, right? So you put up some like makeshift fencing so that you can let him out without having to be with him all the time.
Exactly. So we
Okay.
let him out after his dinner, and he kind of just stood on the porch being like, excuse me, where are you? Are you going to watch me pee and watch me poop?
So did you just start this like letting him out on his own?
Yeah.
Okay, so it could be like a scheduled like change in routine, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
like
but I think he was just like confused. Like maybe like I poop when you guys are beside me.
Yeah.
So since you guys are here inside, I'm gonna poop inside. Maybe, I don't know.
Yeah, maybe it's that, or maybe it's just that like, what am I supposed to do? Like, can I poop without them around? Like, it's like I don't have the leash. It's just like a total break in routine.
Mm-hmm.
It's like if you're used to having your coffee every morning driving to work and having a poop, and then all of a sudden you don't, like then it happens at like another time without you even thinking about it or realizing that you missed your routine.
Yeah.
All of a sudden you're like, oh my God, I have to
poop. And then you poop in your office. It just happens.
That you just like poop right in front of your mom. You just like drop trow and go for it.
Sorry, guys.
On our freshly washed rug. Hey, Mom, see this rug you just washed? It's a great place for a poop.
The other thing we should look into with dogs is why do they always pick an area that has like a rug or carpet to poop, to pee, to puke? It's always on the carpet.
Well, it always is on the carpet. I'm wondering if it's because it's like a textured surface. So like, again, like when they go outside, they go and they poop in the grass, right? Or they like, or that kind of thing. So I wonder if they're just like, okay, well, this, like, I've never seen a dog like take a poop right on the sidewalk. Like they always go into the like grass area. Have you?
Yeah.
On a sidewalk?
Ralph has pooped on the street.
No way. That's so weird.
That's because we're trying to like have structured walks. So we let him like on the grass at the beginning of the walk.
Mm-hmm.
And then if he doesn't poop and he tries to go on the grass, we kind of like, nope, like.
Oh, you just keep going.
But then if he needs to poop, you'll just like, well, okay, at some point I'm just going to poop.
Yeah, you just had to poop.
Yeah, just had to poop and you're not letting me go on the grass.
I think we're going to have to call this episode Poop Stroke. I feel like we said stroke and poop like more than I ever have in my life. But But in our house, like we have carpet upstairs, and we have a basement that's got hardwood flooring in it. And our dogs, like when they've had accidents, they go to the basement, not on the
Mm.
carpet, to my absolute gratefulness. So, but still, because it's like way obviously easier to clean up off of the hardwood. But like
Yeah,
my dogs have not had too many accidents like upstairs where the carpet is. It's like always been on the hardwood.
that's good.
Yeah. Yep. Yep.
Another little Ralph story of today.
Mhm.
We went to Home Sense,
Mhm.
and there was this big dinosaur, like stuffed toy dinosaur. So we bought the big stuffed toy dinosaur. And we're like, we're going to teach him how to be nice and not rip his toys apart.
Oh my God.
So we present the big dinosaur, or Ralph to the big dinosaur.
Yep.
And so Ralph is like on top of it, kind of like biting it, and he's being okay with it. And
Yeah.
then all of a sudden he runs off and he grabs his Kong and he comes back to the dinosaur. And he's like playing a little bit of like keep away.
With the dinosaur, with the
Yeah.
Kong? That
Yeah.
is so cute.
We're like, does he think it's a friend?
He does think it's a friend. Oh my God. How big is the dinosaur? Like, does it go up to your waist?
No. It's not like
Okay.
it's not
It's not like
massive.
huge. It's not like a massive one.
No. But I would say it's like a little bit smaller than Ralph.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my God, that's hilarious. Have you ever seen
Yeah.
those? Have you ever seen those videos where they get like people to dress up like their dog's favorite toy? So like it comes in
Yes.
like it's like a people version, and some of them just freak the hell out. Like they're just like, "What the hell is that?" And they get like scared, but other ones are get like super excited.
The
It's
Gumby
pretty.
one.
Yes, the Gumby. Yep.
Aw.
Yeah.
So yeah, we're trying to teach Ralph on how to be nice with his toys because he just destroys everything.
Yeah.
And so far, like, I'm not sure this is like the right approach for this, but as soon as he looks like he's trying to rip the dinosaur, we just kind of take it away.
Do you with the noise like no?
Yeah.
Like you tell him no?
Yeah.
Eh-eh.
And then we take it away.
And I totally forget, does the air compressor still work with him or no?
A little bit, yeah.
So psh to him too.
Psst. Or
Or
that's the bear horn. Okay.
Okay.
So next topic
Yas.
on rover.com. So
Mhm.
Rover is like a company where you can find a pet sitter for your dog, a dog walker, and book them through Rover. There's an app. And on their website, they have Canada's most popular breeds 2021.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Can I guess what they are?
Yeah. So what's
Okay.
number one, you think? I don't think you're going to guess it.
You don't think I'm going to guess it?
No.
I think it's a Frenchie.
Nope.
Boston?
No.
Oh, no. A doodle?
Nope.
It can't be a
Close, though.
Weimaraner. Australian Shepherd.
No.
That's got to be in the top 10 list, though. Faux show. Like, everybody I know is getting an Aussie Shep.
Mhm.
All right, what's the number one?
It's mixed breed.
Oh, like rescues.
Yeah. That's awesome,
Oh,
right?
That is so awesome. Oh, my God. Well, we should have
Yes.
done a countdown, because that's the most exciting one.
Oh, yeah. Rewind. So it says, often hardy and always unique, mixed breed dogs continually top lists of the most popular dog types in Canada. There is a mixed pup out there for just about everyone.
There's one thing that I will say about a mixed pup, having like had two rescues, is that they are like sturdy, like hardy dogs. It's like they guess the best parts of like both of their parents.
Aw.
You know,
Sometimes
like
3.
yeah, sometimes 3.
3 breeds, 4 breeds.
A real mutt.
Yeah. And the
Yeah.
one that's in the picture is super cute.
And the mixed breeds can be so cute. Like anything that's mixed with a Rottweiler and has that like black and like tanned sort of look.
Yes.
Love those. And it's usually like shepherds of some kind that get like thrown into like everything as
Yeah.
well. But some
Yeah.
of them are so, so cute.
This one's really cute. Kind of
Mhm.
want him. Boop.
Boop.
What's number 2, you think?
Frenchie.
Mm-mm.
Doodle.
It would be like the all-time most popular.
It's golden retriever.
It's almost that.
Oh, Labrador retriever.
Yeah.
Yes.
Labrador retriever.
Fat Labrador bursting down the door. This was like a YouTube cartoon that my kids used to watch all the time about a fat Labrador. It was super cute.
Number 3 is golden retriever.
Yep.
Number 4 is golden doodle.
Mm-hmm.
Number 5.
Frenchie?
Almost. We're almost at the Frenchie.
Okay.
German Shepherd.
G-Shep, number
Yeah.
5. Really?
Number 5.
Wow.
I can't believe number 8. Wait till we get to number 8.
Okay.
Number 6.
Yep.
Frenchie.
Frenchie. Everybody got a Frenchie.
Everybody in the club getting Frenchie.
my sister met somebody who just got a little Frenchie pup and named him Gaston, which I thought was so cute.
Gaston.
Gaston. I would be singing all the time. I'd be like, no one eats like Gaston. No one poops like Gaston.
Oh, I love that name.
Yeah, it's super cute.
Numero 7. Labradoodle.
Labradoodle. Oh, wait, the other one was Golden Doodle.
Yeah.
Yes.
I think
gotcha.
they should just combine these two.
The doodle should just be a category.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Number 8. Chihuahua.
I knew you were going to say Chihuahua, and I can't believe that either. I think people like them because they're so small. Like, they're way tiny.
Yeah. Like if
Well-
you want like a tiny, tiny dog.
Yes. Like a little teacup Chihuahua. They're like, they
Mhm.
literally, you can fit them in your hand. So tiny.
So tiny.
All right, number 9.
Number 9, Siberian Husky.
People are liking the Huskies.
Yeah. And number 10, Australian Shepherd.
Ah, I knew
And
it.
this goes on to number like 20. But
Oh, does it?
yeah. Shih Tzu. Number
Shih
11.
Tzu.
Number 12, Cockapoo.
A cockapoo.
Cockapoo.
I find they're like all the poos are the same.
Yeah.
The sheepoo.
Cockapoo on the carpet.
Oh my god.
Number 13, Border Collie.
Oh,
Mm-hmm.
that's surprising to see them on the list.
You think so? I think
Yes.
they've become popular.
You think so?
Yeah, and I don't think people know what they're getting into.
No, exactly. Like,
The
that's what I'm
same-
saying. Like, I'm surprised because those are like farm dogs, and they're like
Yeah.
super hyper, like crazy smart. Like, you gotta be on top of the training and the tricks and the keeping them entertained like all the time
Yeah.
because they go like neurotic, like they go crazy,
Just like the Australian Shepherds.
just like the Aussie Shep. Yes, very similar. I find they look very similar.
Yeah. It's
Different
just
colored
like different
eyes.
coats.
Yeah.
Number 14,
Yes.
Yorkshire Terrier.
Yeah.
Yorkies. Also known as Yorkies.
I don't like Yorkies either.
Yeah. Sorry, peeps.
Sorry, peeps, especially my good friend Janet, but she has like a very special kind of Yorkie.
I like her Yorkie.
Well, everybody loves her Yorkie, and they always ask where she got him, but it's I think it's called a Buer Yorkie.
Yeah.
So he's got like almost a beagley, like he's got the tricolor beagley sort of markings on him.
Mhm.
But Pickle he's pretty damn adorbs.
He is.
I'm very biased though, because we just went on a lovely trip together, Pickle and I, in the
Aw.
summer. We drove
Yes.
across the country. He was my bud. He kept me less lonely from my doggies. So
Oh.
Pickle has my
Pickles.
my Yorkie heart forever.
All right, 15. A dachshund.
Yeah, don't get it.
The picture of this one, he's like jumping,
Yeah.
and his ears are like flying up, and he's actually like pretty cute.
Oh my
It's
god.
like, wee!
They are pretty cute. They are crazy stubborn dogs though.
Yes.
Yells.
And it says notoriously stubborn.
Yep.
Number 16, the beagle.
Roar,
Roar.
roar.
17, Pomeranian.
The little teddy bears.
Little teddy bears. Number 18, the boxer.
Mm-hmm.
Number 19, pug.
Wow. Pugs really taken a fall. They were like super popular for a while there.
And number 20. What do you think number 20 is? One that we haven't mentioned.
Poodle?
Yes.
Really?
Yeah.
I finally got it right.
Yeah, the
Wow.
poodle.
Wow.
I like poodles.
I like poodles too. They're also crazy smart.
Yes.
And no one ever would have thought. But they're crazy smart. They're like in the top 3, I think, or 5 maybe. But they're pretty dang smart, those poodles.
Poodles.
I think they look super cute. I would imagine they would be high maintenance.
Like the hair.
Yes.
Yes.
Not as much as like I read some article about like super expensive dogs the other day. We'll have to maybe save that for the next episode, but one of them was the Afghan, and when like there used to be one in our neighborhood. I can remember she used to walk her Afghan like every day, and it was beautiful. But now going back and thinking about the amount of work that would go into owning an Afghan, I'm like, never.
No.
But they look so elegant and pretty.
They do. There's one on Instagram. His name is Victor.
Yeah.
And his hair is kept shorter.
Really?
And it looks really cool.
Really?
Yeah.
I'm going to look him up right now. Victor.
And while you do that, I'm going to talk about the National Dog Show.
Oh, yes.
It happened a couple of days ago.
Mm-hmm.
And you will not guess the breed that won Best in Show.
Chihuahua?
No, the complete opposite of a Chihuahua. And this dog won it last year as well.
Great Dane?
Nope.
Oh.
I would say equivalent in size.
Mastiff? A massive Mastiff?
Massive Mastiff? Nope.
I give up. Who was it?
So it was Claire, the Scottish Deerhound.
Oh.
Yeah. So she won Best in Show at the National Dog Show in Philadelphia. She's also won last year. It looks like her grandmother, Hickory, won Best in Show at the Westminster.
They look exactly like
an Irish Wolfhound.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
But they're a Scottish Deerhound. That's hilarious.
Yes.
Maybe we should make a new breed of dog and call it the Canadian Bearhound.
And they look exactly the same.
Yes, exactly. We'll just get an Irish Wolfhound and a Scottish Deerhound and breed them to be the Canadian Bearhound. We've got an idea for every show, don't we?
Have you found Victor?
I have not found Victor. I found like a lot of Victor poodles, but I don't see one with like different. Oh, Afghan. That's why I put in poodle. Oh, Heidi. Oh, yeah. Like they cut it like really short on his paws.
He looks cool though, eh?
No, he does look cool. Oh my God. But there's one where it's just like sitting and you can see his back. Oh my goodness. Oh my God, he's so cute.
He is, eh? I kind of want one.
He kind of looks like a guitarist for like a European rock band. in like the 60s.
Yeah, or like a Fraggle Rock.
Yes! He does look like a Fraggle. Oh my god. He's very cute. So he's got a man bun in most of his photos, folks. We should almost save him for our favorites of Instagram. Because,
Absolutely.
oh yeah, because there's like a lot of beaut photos here. Oh my god, they're so funny. You can tell by his face, he's got like a lot of personality. Okay, I'm gonna stop talking about him.
And
Victor!
I think the Afghans are one of the like most expensive breed. I think we mentioned
Yes,
that on one of our episodes.
yes. And it was
Oh,
like, I think on this thing that I was looking at the other day too, for sure.
he's so cute as a puppy.
I love watching the Afghans in Best in Show because like when they're trotting at that pace and their hair is just like flowing they literally look like shampoo commercials.
Fidel Sassoon.
Like they look like the dog version of like all the like hairography that they do in like various music videos and like dance numbers and stuff like that. It's just like hair.
Yeah.
Yeah. Have you ever seen the musical Hair?
No.
Oh, it's a good musical.
I have not. I've never heard of it.
We should make a dog version of it and put it on the internet and go viral. And then we're going to be like world renowned boop snoots artists.
Dog hair.
Hairography.
All right. Do you want to play a game
Sure do.
of a boop or snoot?
Oh, yes, I do.
Yeah.
For all y'all that aren't familiar with the game of boop or snoot, we choose a dog product of some kind, and a boop is yas, boop, we like it, and snoot is no, we turn our snoots to it. Mm-mm. All right, what you got?
Okay. So this product was created for dogs who are bored.
Mhm.
Already I like it. It's called Wicked Bone Smart Bone.
Oh,
Mm-hmm.
okay.
It says, originally launched on Kickstarter, where it was fully funded in the space of a single day.
Wow.
Mm-hmm. The Wicked Bone is an interactive dog toy that plays with your pup when you can't. It's a smart robot toy. It jumps away when your pup chases after it, and it teases your dog if he or she stops playing with it. It actually has 12 different responsive modes for moods like bored, tickled, mad, and so on. Or it'll act in line with how your dog is feeling that day.
What?
It is $16.99 on Amazon.
There's no way it's $16.99. That's crazy.
Sorry, $69.99.
Okay. I was like, what? That's insane.
$69.99. It looks cool. Like it's a white.
Yep.
And it looks like there's an app for it to have on
like
your phone. So I don't know if you pick. It looks like you pick the what I don't know. Like it's weird. You pick what it's doing. So like roll forward, turn around, shake, backflip.
Oh, like on from your app, so that like
From
you
your
can
app.
probably put it like in a control mode where you're controlling it, so you're playing with your dog through like a robot bone.
Mm-hmm.
That's cool.
I kind of like it.
Yep. I would say I would want to ask more about how durable it is, because if you have like a big dog that can like chew through Kongs even,
Yeah.
that's a lot of money to drop.
Looks like you can clean it easily.
Yep.
So it says automatic and intelligent. Choose between interactive autoplay modes or control the puppy toy by using joystick in drive mode via the app. It can automatically adjust how it reacts based on different actions of your dog. So there's the autoplay mode, there's the drive mode. Safe and durable, FDA food grade, There's tires, strong and soft, protects your puppy's claws and teeth. Easy to clean. It looks like you can run it underwater. long battery life, charging for 1 hour, lasting more than 30 minutes in app mode, more than 2 hours in interactive mode, 1 month in sleep mode.
Huh.
Mm-hmm.
Well, on the website where I found it, it's called Cheerable, is the name of the company. Cheerble. And they sell it for $69.99 as well. And of course, it's their own website, but their reviews are all 5 stars.
On Amazon, the reviews are 3.5, and there's about 1,100 ratings.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
Yeah,
Well, I am going to say boop to that.
I'm gonna
I think
boop
it
that
sounds
too.
like a pretty useful toy, especially if you're looking to exercise your dog. This would be a good one for Canadians because sometimes when it's like miserable in the winter and like freezing cold and you can't even take your dog outside, this is something to do with them. Yeah, I'm gonna
Yeah,
say boop. Now,
and even like, so let's say it's not like Ralph that destroys everything. I think
mhm,
if he would have this and it would be bouncing around, he wouldn't probably like grab it, lie down, and chew on it.
yeah,
Like he would probably just kind of have fun with it,
yeah.
throw it around, and
I wonder how Gibbon would respond to it because, like, I bought him the floppy fish.
oh
Have you
yeah,
seen? Yes, and he was like, it's so weird. It's like he just didn't care. Like he
oh
picked it
Ralph
up
would love that.
and he held it in his mouth and it's like flopping back and forth and he was just looking at me like, like
Are you
what the
serious?
hell is this? I
Oh,
was like,
Ralph
you
would
don't,
go
and I was like, floppy
crazy.
fish? You don't like floppy fish? I was like trying to get him all jazzed about it. And he was just like, okay, it's flopping in my mouth. And now what? Like, he was just so like, maybe he's just too confused. Is a floppy
Maybe.
fish? Yeah,
He's hard to impress.
yeah. I gave it away to my mom's cat,
I
who loves floppy fish, by the way.
bet.
So cute.
I think this is a wrap.
You think this is a wrap?
I think this is a wrap.
And
I think
speaking
we
of,
say that after every episode.
I think we do too, but it's going to be more appropriate heading into December, the month of Christmas.
Where you're wrapping presents.
4 wraps till Christmas. Is that a wrap? Boom, boom. Should we start like actually rapping? Like, should we rap the entire next episode of
The
Let's
next
Move Snoots?
episode? Oh boy. We might lose some listeners.
We might.
We might.
And that is a wrap.
Tune in next week on Let's Boop Snoots. Boop, boop.